So I just tested out the Tesla Model Y for the first time, and let's just say I was pretty darn sad giving it back. I've never driven an SUV this comfortable before. It was absolutely insane how comfortable it was in terms of, I mean, this thing was huge. It was wide, it was big, it was like 1.5 times bigger than my Mitsubishi. I personally can't drive big, chunky, long cars. I end up hitting something. I end up hitting the wall, you know, sometimes it's been other cars. Bruh. It's been a very bad experience. I'm more comfortable with, you know, mid-sized, even smaller cars. Like the Model 3, I'm more comfortable in that, which I am going to be renting out very soon, so get ready for that video. The Model Y, it was big, it was long, it was heavy, it was chunky, but then when I drove it, it didn't feel like it at all. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to go through all the things that I liked about this car, which was just, you know, as a whole list of it. So if you guys are ready, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And guess what, guys? If you guys bought the dip, the t-shirt is in. Check it out. If you guys want to get this t-shirt, you guys can check out here the car in the corner. I bought the dip shirt. There's even the mug as well, which I also got the mug. Yeah, I bought the dip, you know. So if you guys want to get that, you guys can support me by getting that. Use the discount code MYTRUCK. So you got 10% off. All right, let's get down to the video. By the way, guys, I know scenery is a bit different. I am back home in Toronto. This is my room in the basement. Yeah, we're going to be making videos in this setting for some time until I go back. So let's get down to the video. So the first thing that I liked about Tesla, man, is the visibility. Bro, I can see everything when I'm in the car. It feels like I'm driving a truck. The fact that I have a lot of space to see in front of me, it really feels like I'm in a flipping truck. What I don't like about ICE vehicles is that when I do sit in the passenger side seat or when I'm driving in the driver's seat, I can see the hood of the car when I'm driving, and I don't like that. In the Model Y, not only did I not see the hood of the car, but I could actually see the road in front of me, which I could see how far I was going or not. And even though if I didn't know, I got the, you know, the big system there to show me how far I am between other vehicles, the lanes and all that kind of stuff. So really, it's crazy what kind of visibility this thing can have. Now, there was one downside of it. I did not like the rear window. It was too tiny for how big it really was. I mean, in my ICE vehicle, in my Mitsubishi vehicle, I had a much bigger visibility in that. But nonetheless, with the 6 cameras around the car, I don't think having that more visibility is really necessary. But nonetheless, it's crazy how much visibility this car can give you. That's number one. Number two, this car is absolutely massive. As I mentioned before, it's like 1.5 times bigger than my Mitsubishi. But again, it didn't feel like it. The 360 view you have on that vehicle and on that tablet absolutely makes you feel like you're driving a mini car. I swear, it's awesome. It's flipping awesome. If this was like an SUV like the Mitsubishi, even though it's a bit smaller, it's kind of hard for me to, you know, be aware of how big the car is, how far I am. But this car, no flipping way, man. This deserves a sheesh. The only time that I notice how big this car really is when I go into parking lots. Now I'm like, okay, this car is pretty big. I gotta be careful how I park. But other than that, everywhere else on the road, highway, you know, on regular streets, motorway, whatever, man, it doesn't feel like a big car at all, which is a big, big plus when it comes for me driving massive cars. So that's number two. Massive car, but it doesn't feel like it. Number three, this car is as smooth as a baby's butt. Look, I gotta be straight up, man. Driving it is smooth. Accelerating, it's smooth. Everything about it, it's smooth, even though the suspension isn't really the greatest on the car. Again, I'll be making another video on the things that I didn't like about it, and suspension is one of them. I wasn't too fond of the suspension. I mean, I drove the Model S, and that suspension was absolutely amazing. The Y, I don't know, man. This one is not as good. Anyways, we'll leave that for the next video. But for the most part, driving, if there's no potholes, it's absolutely smooth, man. It's very smooth. You don't get to hear any engine. You get to just zoom by and, you know, pass by everybody if you really want to. And it's all smooth. There's no shakiness. It's not like when you go on the highway and you go, let's say 140, 150, the car starts to shake, you know, the steering wheel starts to shake. Model Y doesn't do that. Heck, just put on autopilot, man, and enjoy it. And speaking about autopilot, this is the fourth one. Autopilot, man, absolutely insane. I tried autopilot in the Model S last year. If you guys watched that video, if you guys are following my channel and you guys watched that video, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you guys don't, check out the video. But the autopilot on that kicked me off and won't allow me to go back to, because I was doing a lot of weird things I didn't understand. But this time, dude, I went to the cottage areas, which was 250 kilometers or about 160 miles up north from where I am, and I was going autopilot throughout the whole thing. I never thought I would be free. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't, like, this car didn't have full self-driving, so I couldn't do that yet. But the autopilot, The fact that the thing could turn by itself, it can stop when there's a vehicle in front. Oh my God, I've never experienced anything like that. This was absolutely insane. I didn't have to be laser focused and enjoy and not talk to my family members in the car. I just put on autopilot, just make sure the thing was doing the thing, give it a slight force on the wheel, and we just enjoyed, play some music, chat. Absolutely amazing. The time that it freed up for me to talk to my family members was absolutely awesome. And autopilot gets a massive thumbs up here. And that, I can only imagine what full self-driving could do. Autopilot, very convenient and very happy with it. Number 5, portable charging. Now, shout out to Leo, which was the host of this car that allowed me to rent it out. Shout out to you, my man. His link is in the bio. If you guys are in Toronto area and you guys looking for a Model Y that's solid, he's the man. He is the man. But he gave me a portable charging. Now, I wasn't expecting this. I didn't think he was going to give me any charging. I had to go to superchargers anyway. But he gave me this portable charging that I could charge at home. Now, although it was 7 kilometers per hour, it wasn't really much. But overnight, when I was using the car for 12 hours, that's what, an addition of 84 kilometers onto the vehicle. So that helped a bit. As well as it did help with the charging cost, because I have to do it at home. It's much cheaper than going to superchargers. Although it was slow, and yes, this will be, going to the things that I didn't like, part of that, because it was slow. But again, I wasn't expecting a portable charger. So that was awesome. The fact that Tesla even makes a portable charger like that is very convenient. The fact that I went to the cottage, I was there for about 20 hours. It was charged the entire time. And that gave me an extra 140 kilometers, which could really bring me back to the city. So that was really good. That was very helpful. Thumbs up to portable charging, even though it's, 7 kilometers per hour. Now, moving to number 6, this will be superchargers. Now, superchargers, they were slower than I thought. I didn't think they were going to be that slow. Obviously, it wasn't as fast as pumping gas. That I have to say, I'm not a Tesla bear, guys. Look, I bought the dip. I'm, going all into Tesla stock. I was surprised to see that. I thought it was going to take 15 minutes to go from 0% to 100%, but that took almost an hour. Anyways, that's going to be for another video. But nonetheless, the fact that it's in every mall and every major outlet stores or major intersections kind of made it a little bit easier, because I just plug it in and I would go to a restaurant, or I would go into the mall or whatever, and when I come back, it's fully charged. So that was really cool. But guys, you have to remember, I'm just renting it out. The best place to do it, I don't have a home charging, so the best place to go is a supercharger. For most people, you just charge it at home. The next day, you can just do the same thing, and you don't have to worry about doing these superchargers unless you're going on long road trips, which now you can with Teslas. Number 7, awareness. The amount of awareness that you are. I've never been this aware before sitting in a car. I sat in the Model S before and the awareness was crazy. This brought back even more. The Model Y, because you're an SUV, you're even more aware than the S. It's absolutely crazy how much you're aware. And the fact that I'm aware, I feel a whole lot more safer driving in a Tesla than any other vehicle. You're sitting in a car that knows everything around you. 360 view. When you have to make a left turn, right turn, you don't have to check your blind spot, snapping your neck when you want to, go to the next lane. Going reverse gives you 3 additional cameras. Just driving regularly, the car can pick up anything and everything, a truck, a dog, a flipping pylon, a sedan or SUV, all around you. And if you're trying to go to another lane without blinking, it tells you, hey, pay attention, man. You're on the line without blinking and there's another car there. You gotta be careful. That's just insane. No other car that I've driven can do that. So that is one big plus about this Model Y. Awareness, awareness, awareness. Even the most techiest car that's not Tesla right now doesn't have this much awareness in it. That is insane. Give it a huge thumbs up to that, because that's crazy. Sheesh. Number 8. Man, this car screams space. Oh my goodness. We were 6 people going to the cottage, and we packed the living hell out of this car. This has space in the trunk, and below that as well has space. It has space in the front. Inside, it's just spacey. It's just insane how much space this car has. We had no issues. We packed the heck out of it. We took 3-4 Colemans, and we packed the heck out of them. It had no issues. This car had no issues. It's crazy with this car. It's insane how much space this has. My Mitsubishi wouldn't even probably take, maybe if I forced everything in it and use a back seat, maybe half of that. But this took everything like a man. So if you're looking for a car that has a lot of space and you're aware and you're safe, the Model Y is, it's a no-brainer at this point. Overall, guys, I give this car an 8 out of 10. The reason why I'm not giving 10 out of 10, well, you gotta wait for that next video, the things that I didn't like about it, because there were things that I didn't like about the Model Y, and I'm gonna be sharing with that in the next video. Compared to the Model S, the Model S for me is like a 9.5, 9.9 out of 10. That thing was like nearly perfect everywhere around, but again, the Model Y is like $100,000 cheaper than the Model S, and the Model S, we know it's a top brand. Nonetheless, for Model Y, the price for what it is now is a flippin' steal. Again, 8 out of 10 is what I'm giving the Model Y. And hey, if I were to get a Tesla at the moment, I'd probably get the Model Y. There's no doubt about that. So convenient and so easy to drive and so aware. Oh my God, I was so sad giving that car back. But let's see, Model 3 is coming in a few days, so let's see how that's going to be compared to the Model Y. And I'm obviously going to do a video what I like and I didn't like about that car as well, so stay tuned for that. But nonetheless, for now, this is the video what I liked about the Model Y. Here is the video what I didn't like about the Model Y. Now, obviously, if you guys are watching this right off the gate, like literally just posted, you're not going to see it right now because I'm working on it as we speak. But if you do, check it out. And if you can't see that video right now, check out the full self-driving. The stock price is going to flip and explode. Absolutely insane. Get your I bought the dip t-shirt, man. I'm wearing one right now. And order the mug. And subscribe. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.